Protesters, part of the group Just Stop Oil, have interrupted the second test of the Ashes series. The pitch invaders carried orange powder paint, spreading it across the famous Lord's turf.
The start of the Ashes test at Lord's, the prestige event at the home of cricket, and a prime target for protesters. The end of the first over bowled by England, their chosen moment for disruption. Evading security to reach the outfield and spreading orange powder paint, the hallmark of Just Stop Oil.
England's Jonny Bairstow alerts the danger, carrying the defiant demonstrator back to the boundary rope, taking matters into his own hands. While across the pitch there was another activist, who was blocked by England captain Ben Stokes and Australia batter David Warner from reaching the square. But they were still able to disperse the powder before being wrestled to the ground. The clean-up operation began swiftly. But the frustration of spectators was clear.
It's gotten ridiculous. They've done this so many times, and I understand their point. I agree with some of their points, but how they're going about it is terribly wrong.
I think Jonny Bairstow showed his Yorkshire roots by picking them up and carrying them off quite well. So I think they handled it quite well, the players, actually.
I don't believe that interrupting a sports match is the way to go about it, but, you know, what is the best way, I don't know.
Play was only disrupted for a few minutes, but the owners of Lord's said the activists showed complete disregard for the spectators. It's unlikely to be the last we've seen of sporting events being used as a platform for protest, with Just Stop Oil vowing to continue until the government stops issuing new oil and gas licences.
Powder protests also halted the World Snooker Championships in April and the Rugby Premiership final in May. Police warned this week of potentially deadly consequences of targeting the British Grand Prix again after this track invasion last year. But Just Stop Oil insists the dangers fossil fuels pose to the planet outweigh any dangers from protesting. And one of those Lord's protesters, 69-year-old Judith, told Just Stop Oil, "I have to take action for my 7 beautiful grandchildren. I can't bear to imagine the suffering that they will have to endure." 3 arrests were made at Lord's, and security will hope they aren't caught out again as the Ashes test continues.